open up for questions, please raise your hand for the mic.
For the third day in a row, it was a great college baseball game with two pretty good teams going at each other. I'm extremely proud of our players for battling in a situation that we couldn't get anything going. And we sort of just wheeled our way to trying to be successful today. I think it was a combination of the battle that we had and our fans today. We had great fans, got into the game and helped us create a rally there late. Very important for our environment here at home to help us win games. So I'm grateful for that, and I'm really proud of my players to come back today.
It's sort of like you pull out all the stops. You know, Neff DH's Price goes 3, Jackie goes to lead off. It looked like you were going to do whatever you needed to do to try to pull this game out.
Well, I did. I sort of took the attitude that, you know, I realized that there's a lot of baseball left and it's only a halfway point, but you got to try to find a way to win. And I talked to Jackie a little bit this morning about getting him in a different environment. You know, slumps are hard, and I told him we were going to turn back the clock when he was a freshman and he was a leadoff guy, and just change it up, you know, and he was able to get a couple today. But you know, Neff is athletic. I know that we've got a few guys that have played more, but I don't know. I like who he is, and he didn't seem to be fazed by lack of experience. You know, he goes in there and takes his cuts, and he got that rally started for us. And if we had yesterday's breeze, he would have had a solo home run. But we just battled. I mean, we're still scuffling a little bit in the middle of the order there. But, you know, I told our players yesterday, a lot of teams find it difficult to hit for average and get runs. So we're not any different than anybody else.
And getting Price in there, and you clearly wanted to hold them right where they were.
Well, that was the attitude. You know, we actually talked about doing the 6th. You know, that's a little bit more extension, but we were, you know, after they got the 2 runs, the 2 home runs, and we said, hey, we still got the tying run in the on-deck circle. If Price can hold them at bay, we got a few frames to try to get back in this thing, and he was outstanding. I know it got a little hair there at the end, but you look at the line score, it's pretty good.
Ray, did you know after last night that Steven was going to DH again, or was it maybe a game time decision between him and some other guys?
No, we actually stayed here late last night and put together the lineup. Decided to go with it.
Do you feel like you guys dealt with a lot this weekend to still come through and win 2 games against a really good team?
There's no question. I'm proud of our players. We have some adversity. We have some injuries. Matthews goes down again, but you know, all teams have situations that are difficult, and you can either use it as a crutch or you can still find a way. And had we lost today, I still would have been proud of our guys. We battled. You know, we're not as good as we want to be at times, but that's just the way it is. So it was a good series for us, no doubt about it. Being able to win 2 games against that team. They're just so good. They are. They got their pitchers. They just got so many guys they bring out at you. I know we mix and match too, but they bring so many guys at you, and can't be a better player in the country than Jason Esposito. The guy can glove it. He can run for a corner guy. He's got some power. He's a first rounder for me.
Ray, as an example, you asked Jackie Bradley about his situation. He barely says anything. You ask him about the team, he goes on and on and on. I know we make a big deal about chemistry, but it certainly seems as if this team is extremely tight-knit, and they have fun at the same time. You know, a great combination. Just talk about the team in general, Ray, and what impresses you.
It's hard to get to that point, I think, with any team, regardless of what sport you're talking about. But if you can have enough guys that have been around a little bit and they grow together and they have some experience, they get it. It's hard to be an individual and be successful as a team. You got, you know, that's why there is a team. You have to pick each other up. There's going to be struggles. There's going to be down times, and you're not going to be good all the time. And you sort of got to keep it in perspective and hope you got enough people surrounding you. And these guys are good about that. I think ultimately that you know, everybody, you know, baseball's a lot of individual battles, the pitcher and the hitter, and having to make a play and those kind of things. But at the end of the day, I think this group really likes to win. They'd sacrifice a lot just to get a win, and that's not coaching. That comes from within. That comes from the older guys and in that locker room in there, and what's important. So I'm pleased that we got some guys that make that kind of emphasis on the team.
Go ahead, Scott.
How hard were you praying with Matt Price there at the plate, just praying that nothing bad was going to happen, taking off the shoulder, something else like that was going to make him able to pitch tonight?
I was concerned. I had to point my finger at him in the dugout when he came in from the inning that he just finished, and I said, "Whatever you do, don't you dare swing that bat." And he did hit 20 home runs his senior year in high school, but he hadn't been using those muscles that you have to use to swing the bat. Actually, Neff got a little bit sore Tuesday and Wednesday for taking some extra BP. And he gave me, after that first strike, he gave me the look that I'm getting ready to swing this thing. So I just tried to get him to take a little swing, not a big one. And 93 coming at you, that's not that easy when you haven't seen him pitch in a while. But he's a special player on this team.
Bart.
Ray, can you take us back to the first inning? We don't often get to see the cleanup hitter bunting in the first inning. What was going on there? What were you thinking?
You know, thinking too much probably, but the fact we pushed a run across, and I told Brady, you know, I'll give you a swing, and then we're going to try to get some more runs on the board. We hadn't scored a lot of runs, and I sort of told myself, I'll give you a swing, and then we'll move them up, and we'll try to get 3 in the first inning, and then maybe we'll score 5 or 6 today. So that was kind of my thinking. We as we sit here in the SEC, I guess at the halfway point, we're 12-3, and that's averaging less than 4 runs a game. I think maybe 3.6 or something like that per game. We just, you know, you get in that box a little bit that we got to try to score a few more, and that's sort of led me to putting that ball on the ground. I didn't really want to, but I did it anyway.
Yeah.
Neil.
You talked about battling through the adversity here recently. What's the update on Adam Matthews' hamstring, and what's going to be the process here early next week in relation to the Jake Williams situation?
I can't answer the Jake Williams situation. I don't know where that is. It was kind of like, you know, I thought it might have been resolved. It did not get resolved, so that's where it is as far as I'm concerned. I don't know anymore. Adam Matthews, you know, I hate to be pessimistic, but it's unlikely that he'll play again. It's going to be, you know, probably 3 to 4 weeks, and if you look at the calendar, that's the last week of the. We're a month into. We got about a month left in the regular season, so I'm not encouraged by that. Now he could maybe come back and get some pinch hit opportunities, or you know, maybe even DH with some controlled running, but it's just not. It's not encouraging. It's a pretty severe hamstring. He was in pain just sitting, you know, in the training room this morning, so it's going to take a while.
Okay.
Ray, just in perspective and context, what does this weekend mean? I know it's big right now, but like you said, just halfway through the conference season.
I don't know. You try to. You know, I told the players. I said, you know, I'm proud of you. You guys have battled. I would have said that had we lost today. You guys do what you can to win. You fight and you scratch and claw, and you show up and go. And that's really all you can ask of your players. And we're fortunate. Like I said, our run output is low, and we've got 12 wins at this point. We've had great pitching, played solid defense. I'd like to see us score a few more runs, but we've done a good job to this point, and it's halfway. You know, we got a lot left. I guess we're finished in the East.
Yep.
But we got a lot to go, and hopefully you can maintain some consistency and win some games. There's going to be a lot in the balance, as there already has been, and you try to win enough of those games. So there's as you know, so many good teams in our league.
Anything else for Coach Tanner?